Westboro tomorrow, and then Abbey at Whittlesey on Sunday. Yep. Then Monday's Legion at Medford, Tuesday's Legion softball at Edgar, Wednesday's Legion softball at Medford, Thursday is the Battle on the Flats, Rib Lake Interwald, and then I'm off till Sunday. Because they play Sundays and Wednesdays. You know, at least in the school year, you get Wednesday, Sunday off. The last couple of years, because the seasons have been so spread out, with everything being so late. Like, last year was the latest, like, state football could be. Last year was the latest everything could be. Like, there was an extra week in the basketball season because of that. Yeah. Well, they completely blew up how wrestling works. Like, completely. So basically, individual regionals are gone. So you'll have the weekend, the Saturday that was individual regionals is now individual sectionals. Big tournament. But there's 7 of them. There's 7 in every division. And then, we can talk
Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Abbotsford and the beautiful Red Arrow Field. Tonight's matchup features a Dairyland large game between the Whittlesey Reds and your Abbotsford Merchants. First, the starting lineups for the Reds. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop, number 15, Parker Listner. Batting second and playing first base, number 44, Darren Leonard. Batting third and in right, number 8, Ryan Alexander. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 18, Logan Baumgartner. Batting fifth and the DH, number 3, Brandon Lacher. Batting sixth and covering center field, number 4, Zach Haynes. Batting seventh and on the mound, number 7, Chandler Schmidt. Batting eighth and in left field, number 26, Brent Bueller. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Cody Lacher. And behind the plate tonight, number 22, Cade Alexander. Whittlesey is managed by Jeff Krasneski. And now, the starting lineups for your Abbotsford Merchants. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop, number 5, Tanner Harabi. Batting second and doing the pitching, number 2, J.D. Castillo. Batting third and playing center field, number 20, Mateo Lopez. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 24, Peyton Schreiber. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 23, Lucas Donkey. Batting sixth and doing the catching, number 42, Blake Bargender. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 8, Brett Nelson. Batting eighth and DHing, number 11, Aaron Morrow. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 7, Carson Carbaugh. And playing right field, number 17, J.J. Keller. The Merchants are managed by Ryan Bargender and assisted by Judd Harabi. And now please rise and remove your hats as we honor veterans who have proudly served our country and those currently serving this great nation from both home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. Today's colors are presented to us by Cody VFW, Post 2227. Thank you. Colby, VFW post 2227. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the pitching mound area. To honor our past, we have a special guest to throw out tonight's first pitch. Throwing out the first pitch tonight is former Abbotsford merchant Noel Strathnagle. Noel played for the Merchants from 1956 to 1966. He pitched until his arm injury limited him to the outfield. Noel is a 1957 graduate of Abbotsford High School and also played baseball for UW River Falls. He has written 2 novels about baseball and currently resides in Georgia. Noel's father, Elmer Strathnagle, managed the Merchants in the 1940s and 50s. Elmer was also mayor and advocated for the new field, which was built here in 1949. Noel's late older brothers, Al and Owen, also played and spent time managing the Merchants. Al began his merchant career in 1947, and Owen as a 16-year-old in 1951. He was also drafted at 18 by the St. Louis Cardinals and played in the minors. Doing the catching tonight for Noel is his great-grandnephew, Blake Bargender. Thank you, Noel. And now, let's play ball.
Welcome. Whoa, that's... There we go. Welcome to a finally comfortable night here at Red Arrow Park. The heat has abated, and we are ready for one of 2 matchups between the Whittlesey Reds and the Abbotsford Merchants here this weekend. They play here today, and then they play in Whittlesey, the mighty metropolis of Whittlesey, on Sunday afternoon. So, busy weekend here. See a couple college players on the mound here today. One current, one recently former. JV Castillo currently playing at UW River Falls. He gets the start here, not pitching at River Falls. And then for the Whittlesey Reds, we will see Chandler Schmidt, who just wrapped up a career at Winona State University, Division II. So we will see this. This is going to have a big factor into how the Dairyland Large will shake out. Wisconsin Rapids, I believe, still in first place. They are undefeated in league play, as Parker Listener will lead things off, and we are underway. The wind by JV Castillo on the pitch. A little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Game time temperature, a balmy 65 degrees. That one misses a bit low, 2-0. I'll tell you what, I will take this over 90s any day of the week. This is perfect baseball weather as that one catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. 2-1. The wind by Castillo in the pitch. That one's going to be chopped back up the middle. That will be fielded by Harabi. The throw is just in time to get Listener one away.
Now batting number 44, Darren Leonard.
As Darren Leonard will come to the plate. Busy weekend of Dairyland ball. We've got the 2 games between Abbotsford and Whittlesey. On top of that, between those tomorrow, we go to Westboro. The wind, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. As the Westboro Trojans play host to the newest member of the Dairyland League, the Tony Hayshakers. As that one's going to be driven. Right field, long run, settling under it is Heller, and he will make the catch. Two down, and that will bring Spike Alexander to the plate. Left-handed bat. Castillo into his wind, the pitch. A little bit low for a ball, 1-0. The wind by Castillo with the pitch. Off the outside, 2-0. Spike digging back in. The wind and the pitch. Off the outside, 3-0. Spike playing right field today, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 3-1. The wind, the pitch. Chopper on the ground. To second, pick there, throw to first, in time, that'll end the inning. Whittlesey goes in order in the first. We head, how about the first? We head to the bottom of the first. It'll be Harabi, Castillo, Lopez due up when we come back, right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
Our experience in the RVA has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in a traditional school.
Something I want other kids to know is that even though it seems like you're not going to make friends, you actually are. I like how the RVA provides an environment that more suited to my needs.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC. How do you know if you need new tires? Well, if you don't have one of these, let me show you a simple trick. Reach into your pocket, grab out a penny, and let's measure it up. If you can see the top of Abraham Lincoln's head, maybe it's time for new tires. Stop on into Wheeler Chevrolet and we'll get you covered.
Chandler Schmidt getting his warm-up tosses in. Haven't seen Chandler pitch since he was in high school at Stratford. Spent this last year as the head baseball coach for the Medford Raiders. Got them to a sectional semifinal. So Chandler will dig in. He will face Tanner Harabi. Lead things off. Wind in the first pitch. That's going to be driven center field. Long run coming on. The catch is made. Zach Haynes gets there. See some water popping off his shoes. Hard hit ball, but first out of the inning, and it'll bring J.V. Castillo to the plate. The wind by Schmidt and the pitch. Drops that one in for a strike, 0-1. Schmidt into his wind, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-1. Ball bouncing around a little bit. Schmidt gets the sign, into his wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two, 1-2. Chandler Schmidt, the wind, the pitch. Low for a ball. 2-2. Coming back. Chopper on the ground, too short. Pick, throw. Not dug out.
Now to take the motions, Castillo Lopez.
We're going to see what they score that on the game changer. haven't scored it yet. I'm leaning base hit, but I'm not sure. That's a tough call. Nope, they gave the error. That one's going to go back. They do get the out. Throw to first, not in time. Teo Lopez beats it out, but some fancy footwork for a Parker listener to get the out at second.
With 2 outs, the Merchants bring Lucas Stanky to the plate.
So 2 down runner at first for Lucas or Peyton Schreiber. Schmidt will come set. The pitch. Popped. Down the line, long run. That is going to land foul. Strike one. Up here in the press box at beautiful Red Arrow Park. Pickoff play at first, nothing doing there. Lopez back in easily. Schmidt. The pitch. Just misses that outside corner, 1-1. Pickoff play at first, nothing doing there. Sets. The pitch. Low and off the outside for a ball. 2-1. Schmidt. The kick. The pitch. Off the outside. 3-1. Chandler sets the pitch. Ball 4. And that's a walk. 2 on with 2 outs for Lucas Stanky. Left-handed hitter for most recently for the Edgar Wildcats. State qualifying Edgar Wildcats. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. That's going to be sliced hard, but foul. Out onto Butternut, and I think that found a car. I hope they got their insurance from Clinner Insurance. They can help you with your car insurance and all your other insurance needs. Check them out online, clinnerinsurance.com. Schmidt sets. The pitch. Off the inside, it hit him. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Blake Bargander. Blake with his own cheering section here tonight, it sounds like. Schmidt sets. The pitch. He went. The pitch. Curveball drops in. Waiting for one of those. Schmidt. Up 0-2. The pitch. Just off the outside corner. 1-2. Yeah, Whittlesey 4-1 in the Dairyland North. Or Dairyland Large, I should say. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. Abbotsford loads the bases, but they leave them stranded. We head to the top of the second. Bumgardner, Lacher, Haynes due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when you need help with an assignment. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility first, but second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Logan Baumgartner to lead things off for the Whittlesey Reds. Face JV Castillo. 3 up, 3 down in the first. First pitch to Baumgartner is chopped on the ground. That's going to be picked at third. Long throw in time, 1 away. And that'll bring Brandon Lacher to the plate.
Lacher, your batter for Whittlesey.
First pitch in for a ball. 1-0. Second pitch across for a strike. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. That one's going to be sliced foul and out of play. Stays 1-2. The kick, the pitch. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. That's going to get through a base hit. So a single gets Whittlesey their first base runner.
Number 4, Zach Haynes.
And that'll bring Zach Haynes to the plate. Lacher takes his lead off first. The kick of the pitch. That's going to be skied. Third base side, right behind the pole, the catch is made. Lucas Donkey gets to that one. Second out of the inning.
With 2 down, the Reds bring Chandler Schmidt to the plate.
As Chandler Schmidt will come to the plate. The kick, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Peek over the shoulder. I'll look into the outfield from JV Castillo. Big curveball, 0-2. The pitch. Little chopper. That's going to go over the head of Castillo. Pickett, short throw to first in time. And that will end the inning. The base hit is left stranded. We go to the bottom of the second. Nelson, Morrow, Carbaugh due up for Whittlesey for Abby, when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Clinner Insurance, we know you want to protect your business. The Clinner Insurance team will help you choose the insurance package and plan that fits you and your business. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your business is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
We go to the bottom of the second. We get graphics caught up here. Nelson, Morrow, Carbaugh, bottom of the order for the Merchants. Brett Nelson. Getting his swings in. Chandler Schmidt into his wind, the pitch. Just missing that outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Lights come on here at Red Arrow, I should say. So that one misses off the outside for a ball, 2-0. Kick and the pitch. Catches the knee for a strike, 2-1. Kick the pitch. That's going to be skied. Center field. Long run settling under it is Zach Haynes. He will make the catch. Hit it a mile, but straight up. And that'll bring Aaron Morrow to the plate. Wind by Schmidt in the pitch. Little squibber off the end of the bat, goes foul into Lake Abbotsford. Schmidt into his wind, the pitch. Little chopper, again off the end of the bat. Schmidt over, will shovel that one. Got him! They say Leonard got control of it before he got to the bag. 2 down. As Carson Carbaugh will come to the plate. Chandler Schmidt trying to do the old scoop with the glove and flip all in one motion. The pitch. Fouled back by Carson Carbaugh, 0-1. Good old Sam Zier behind the plate. Everybody in the ballpark knows when it's a strike. The kick, the pitch. Off the inside, 1-1. The pitch. That's going to be driven down the line, hooking, foul. 1-2. The wind, the pitch. That's going to be hit on the ground. That's going to be picked. Long throw will be late. That's going to be a base hit. Well, that brings us back top of the order, and Tanner Harabi. Schmidt, the pitch. Low and off the outside for a ball, 1-0.
Top of the order is Tanner Harabi.
Pickoff play at first, not in time. Sets. The pitch. That's going to be driven in the gap. This one might be trouble. No, it's not. Spike Alexander gets over for that one, and that'll end the inning. The 2-out base hit is left stranded. We go to the top of the third. Mueller, Lacher, Listener, 8-9-1. Due up for the Whittlesey Reds when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
I splooshed my phone in the road crater? Am I covered or no?
Well, hey Carm, you're never gonna believe this. A sturgeon just hit my Chevy. Am I covered or no?
Interesting. And yes.
Hey bud, I had a couple 30 packs explode in my garage. Am I covered or no?
I've been there before, bud. It's a sad day.
Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, ever eat a brat and drive?
Brent Mueller will lead things off here in the top of the third for the Whittlesey Reds. Mueller, Lacher, Listener, 8-9-1. Wind by J.V. Castillo in the pitch. Just misses the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. The kick, the pitch. On the ground. Too short, picked by Harabi. Throw across the diamond is in time. One away. And that will bring Cody Lacher to the plate.
Cody Lacher is your batter for the Reds.
Number 9 hitter in this Whittlesey lineup today. The wind and the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul out onto 4th Street. The kick. The pitch. That's going to be driven. Center field. Lopez will settle under it and make the catch. He had to fully turn around and run on that one. Gave that one a ride, 2 down. And that will bring Parker Listener to the plate. Grounded out to lead off the game, 0-1.
Number 15, Parker Listener.
The wind and the pitch. Lister's going to chop that one foul. Ooh. Through the hands of Jeff Krishneski at third. He and Lucas Stonke have a little bit of a giggle about that one. On Listener. Calls the low pitch, 0-2. The kick, the pitch. That'll be sliced foul. Out across 4th Street as the kids go running after it. The wind. The pitch. That's going to be popped up. Foul territory, giving chase. It is just not a play. Waiting for Brett Nelson to get back in position. The wind. The pitch. That's going to be skied. Right field. Catch is made by J.J. Heller, and that'll end the inning. Whittlesey goes in order in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom. Castillo, Lopez, Schreiber due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. JV Castillo to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd. Castillo, Lopez, Schreiber. As either team looking for some semblance of offense. Abbotsford did have the bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the 1st, but since then it's been small pickings. Just 1 hit each. The wind, the pitch. Low and off the outside for a ball. JV completing a strong freshman year at UW River Falls. Kind of settled into that designated hitter spot. The wind, the pitch. Misses high for a ball, 2-0. The kick, the pitch. Chopper on the ground, too short. Pick, throw, in time, 1 away.
Now batting for the Merchants, Mateo Lopez.
1 down. That'll bring Mateo Lopez hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. He is 0 for 1. The wind, the pitch. Fouled back. Strike 1.
Foul ball brought back to the concession stand. Free ice cream cones at A&W.
And Chandler Schmidt wants a different baseball. Wind. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Lopez swinging for Curtis on that one. Schmidt into his wind. The pitch. That's going to be driven. Center field. It's going to be a long run coming on. That's going to drop in for a hit.
Now batting for the Merchants, number 24, Peyton Schreiber.
You have to respect the power that Mateo Lopez has. You got to play deep, but that makes you susceptible to those little flares like that. So Peyton Schreiber will dig in. Schmidt. The pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Pickoff play at first, nothing doing. The pitch. Just missing that outside corner, 1-1. The pitch. Off the outside, 2-1. Sets. Off the outside, 3-1. Schmidt comes set. The pitch. Low ball 4. Peyton Schreiber draws the walk. His second walk of the game. That'll bring Lucas Stanke. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's 0 for 0. Schmidt. The pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. Look back at second. The pitch. Off the inside, 2-0. The pitch. That one's going to be knocked on the ground. That's going to find its way through a base hit. They will send Mateo Lopez. The throw home is late. Abbotsford on the board. RBI single. Lucas Stanke. That sets up first and third for Blake Bargander. Struck out swinging his first time up. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be driven up the middle. That's going to get down a base hit. That will bring in Peyton Schreiber. Back-to-back RBI singles. Stays first and third. And now Jeff Krishneski, the manager, is going to come out. Have a chat. Chandler Schmidt, 46 pitches, 20 balls, 26 strikes. So Brett Nelson will come to the plate now. Schmidt. The pitch. Inside. 1-0. Throw back to first, nothing doing. Sets. The pitch. That's going to be driven in the gap. That's going to get down a base hit. Stonkey will come in and score.
Base hit by Nelson brings up number 11.
3-0. And that will bring Aaron Morrow to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 0-1. The pitch. High and off the outside for a ball, 1-1. 50 now for Chandler Schmidt. Sets. The pitch. A little bit low for a ball, 2-1. Sets. Coming back. Right on the outside corner, 2-2. Sets. The pitch. That's going to be sliced foul. Out of play. Stays 2-2. Schmidt comes set. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Double play ball. Second one. Relay is late. They do get an out, though. Fielder's choice goes 6-4. And that'll bring Carson Carbaugh to the plate with 2 outs. Singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1 today. Schmidt will come set. The pitch. Off the outside. Gets away. That will allow Aaron Morrow to go to second. Schmidt will set. The pitch. Right on the corner for a strike, 1-1. Sets. The pitch. Off the outside. They got a chance at, nope, did not have a chance at third. 2-1 the count. The kick, the pitch. Chopper on the ground. Backhand by Listener. Throw across the diamond. Keeps the foot on the bag, and that'll end the inning. But not before Abbotsford pushes 3 runs across. On 4 hits, a walk, they leave 2. We head to the top of the 4th. Leonard, Alexander, Bumgardner, 2-3-4. Due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics.
At Clinner Insurance, we know you want to protect your business. The Clinner Insurance team will help you choose the insurance package and plan that fits you and your business. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your business is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
We go to the top of the fourth. 3-0, Abbotsford with the lead. Leonard Alexander Baumgartner due up here in the top of the fourth for the Whittlesey Reds. Facing JV Castillo. Through just 30 pitches through the first 3 innings. You need to try and get some longer at-bats here. You don't want JV to go all 9. You want to be able to get to them here, too. Especially if you can get into that bullpen. Abbotsford a little short today. I mean, they've got pitchers at a bunch of different spots. The pitch catches the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Peyton Schreiber can throw. Tanner Harabi can throw. Lucas Stanke can throw. Carson Carbaugh can throw. Mateo Lopez can throw. The kick. The pitch, chopper to first, smothered by Peyton Schreiber. He will take it himself to the bag, first out of the inning.
Now the pick for the Reds, number 8.
And that'll bring Spike Alexander to the plate, grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. The wind, the pitch, high and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. Just the one hit for the Whittlesey Reds, as that is going to be skied. That was a single by Brandon Lacher back in the second. The wind, the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. 0-2. Yeah, it's an interesting backstop here at Red Arrow. There isn't a whole lot of tall fencing as you get away from the immediate fence across the back right behind home plate. The pitch off the outside for a ball, 2-2. The wind, the pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Stays 2-2. It's exactly what you're looking for if you are Whittlesey. Get deep into some counts. Work the pitch count up a little bit. The wind. The pitch. That's going to be fouled off. Hopefully get some base runners out of it as well, but the wind, the pitch. Little check swing on the one. That's going to eat up Jeff Krasniewski at third. The kick, the pitch. That's going to be chopped on the ground. To Harabi, the throw in time. 2 away. But a long at-bat there.
Logan Baumgartner, your batter.
8-pitch at-bat. As Logan Baumgartner will come to the plate. Grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. The wind and the pitch. Stays a little bit high for a ball. 1-0. As a bee just flew in. The pitch. That's going to be sliced foul. 1-1. The wind. The pitch. Off the inside. 2-1. The kick. The pitch. Hit him. on the hand. Bumgardner will go to first. And that'll bring Brandon Lacher to the plate. He's got the lone base hit for the Reds. That single back in the second. Sets. The pitch. Chop foul. Off his foot. 0-1. Lacher's going to walk that one off. As Sam will clean the plate up very slowly. Looks back. The kick. The pitch. That one's going to be muscled off the end of the bat. That's going to come in. That's going to drop in, and everybody's going to be safe.
Zach Haynes, your batter for the Reds.
Chain scoring on that one. That's going to be a base hit. In our book, at least. The kick, the pitch. Check swing. It's a ball. 1-0. Couple looks back. The pitch. That's going to be driven. Right field, playable. Heller settles under it, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But Whittlesey does get a couple base runners, though they leave them stranded. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Top of the order for the Merchants, Harabi, Castillo, and Lopez when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. So a position swap for the Reds as Logan Bumgardner is going to come in on the mound. Chandler Schmidt's going to go over to third. Give you the line on Chandler Schmidt. He goes 3, gives up 3 runs. They were all earned. 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. In fact, I think there might have only been one strikeout through the first 3.5 innings. As we will get to see Logan Bumgardner. It is fun to watch, and he's going to face a familiar foe, former high school teammate Tanner Harabi. Harabi, a couple flyouts. He is 0 for 2. Bumgardner looks back, make sure everybody's ready. Bumgardner into his wind, the first pitch. Bunt shown, it's high and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. That one just misses for a ball, 2-0. kick and the pitch. In the zone for a strike, 2-1. Baumgartner into his wind, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 3-1. Baumgartner, the wind, the pitch. High for a ball. Harabi draws the walk. And that'll bring JV Castillo to the plate. Baumgartner. The pitch. Off the outside, 1-0. The pitch. Little grounder. Tossed to second, and he's going to be safe.
Now batting, number 20, Mateo Lopez.
So 2-on the fielder's choice for Mateo Lopez. Fielder's choice in the single, he's 1 for 2. Baumgartner, the pitch. Bunt shown, it's a good one. Baumgartner picks, he does not have a play. Infield single for Mateo Lopez. Bases loaded, nobody out for Peyton Schreiber. Infield comes in. Baumgartner into his wind, the pitch. Did not go. The kick, the pitch. Did not go again, 2-0. Baumgartner into his wind, the pitch. Catches the top of the zone for a strike, 2-1. The kick, the pitch. Misses high again for a ball, 3-1. Nowhere to put Peyton Schreiber. He's going to get a good one here. Baumgartner, the wind, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, full count. The big kick and the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and out of play. The kick, the pitch. That one's going to come back up the middle. That's going to be smothered. Throw home in time. Fielder's choice goes 6-2. So 1 out, base is still loaded for Lucas Stanke. So Stanke will dig in. The wind and the pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Baumgartner, the wind, the pitch. Catches the high outside corner, 0-2. Couple high fastballs, see if he comes back with a breaking ball low. The wind, the pitch. Nope, it's right back with the fastball, a little too high. 1-2. by Bumgarner in the pitch. That's going to be driven in the gap. That's going to get down a base hit. One run across. They will put the brakes on Lopez at third. But a run does come across on the single.
Blake Bargander, your batter.
And Blake Bargander will come to the plate. Strikeout and a single. He's 1 for 2. The line by Bumgarner and the pitch. Catch is the outside corner, 0-1. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2. Bumgarner from the wind, the pitch, tipped it into the glove. Strike 3, second out of the inning. 3-pitch strikeout, and that'll bring Brett Nelson to the plate. Fly out in a single. He's 1 for 2. Kick in the pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Coming back. Right in there for a strike on the check swing. 0-2. Bumgarner, the kick, the pitch. That one's going to be skied. Right field, Alexander settling under it. The catch is made, and that'll end the inning. Abbotsford does get one more, but they leave the bases stranded. The bases loaded. We go to the top of the 5th. Schmidt, Mueller, Lacher due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Do you know that nearly 3/4 of teens feel uncertain about their personal finances? Yet a whopping 73% have expressed a strong desire to learn more. At MNCCU, we're thrilled to announce our new partnership with Greenlight, a financial tool designed for kids and teens. Give your kids the confidence they need for a secure financial future. Enroll them in the Greenlight platform for free today. Enjoy features like parental controls, engaging educational tools, and a safe space for learning about saving, spending, and earning money. Empower your child with financial wisdom. Sign up for a free Greenlight account today.
JV Castillo out here in the 5th. He will face Schmidt, Mueller, Lacher. 7, 8, 9 in this Whittlesey lineup as they are looking for something offensively. Got a couple guys on last inning. Chandler Schmidt grounded out his first time up. They give Chandler a ton of room in right center. Kicking the pitch. Low and in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. The pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Comes back across, strike 2, 1-2. The kick, the pitch. Fought that one off. Stays 1-2. Grill gets kicked up again. Smell it wafting in up here. As that one's going to be fought off foul.
Just for the free beer. Somebody wants to go get it.
Oh, see, now it's the turn to see the adult. Oh, no, but it's the kids chasing after it. I was going to say, might see the adults start sprinting. The pitch. Off the outside, 2-2. Four nothing here in the fifth. Steve Ocketing Sports on Focus as we just passed 8 o'clock. Did he go? He went. First out of the inning. And that'll bring Brett Mueller to the plate. Ground out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. High and off the outside for a ball. 1-0. The kick. The pitch. That's going to be lined through the infield, a base hit. And that'll bring Cody Lacher to the plate. Fly out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Schmidt still kind of fuming in the dugout. First pitch. Low in the dirt. That's going to get past. Takes a big ricochet. Brett Mueller will go to second. Lacher. The kick, the pitch. That's going to be hit hard on the ground. That's going to get through, a base hit. Mueller had to hold at second in case it got fielded. He will end up at third, first and third with 1 out. For Parker Listener, ground out and a fly out, he is 0 for 2. Tracking down a couple game balls. So Listener digs in. The kick, the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. And you start seeing that pitch count climbing up just a little bit for Castillo, up to 62 now. The kick, the pitch. High for a ball. 2-0. You're not in horrible worry, but you know, you're starting to, after 3 innings, you thought JV would be able to go the whole game, but it started creeping up as that catches the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 3-1. The kick, the pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded. Big opportunity here for Darren Leonard. Fly out and a ground out, he is 0 for 2. Castillo steps off. The wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. On the breaking ball, 0-1. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball. 1-1. The kick coming back. Misses off the outside, 2-1. The wind, the pitch. Off the outside, 3-1. Wine. Coming back. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count. Nowhere to put Darren Leonard. Castillo into his Wine. The pitch. That's going to be chopped foul at the Whittlesey Red dugout. That will be retight. Ball will be put out of play to be dried. The Wine. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Huge second out of the inning. And that'll bring Spike Alexander to the plate. A couple ground outs for him.
Bases loaded. Spike Alexander at the plate.
Castillo. The Wine. The pitch. That's going to be flared. This one back. It's going to drop in. 1 run across. They will send Lacher. 2 runs across on the little flare single by Spike Alexander. And Logan Bumgardner will come to the plate. Ground out and was hit by a pitch. He is 0 for 1. Castillo, couple looks back. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-0. That's 75 pitches thrown now by J.V. Castillo. Castillo looking back. The pitch. Off the inside, 2-0. Castillo. Couple looks back. The kick, the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and out of play. 2-1.
That's a foul ball.
And that's going to bring Bargander out to have a quick little comment with J.V. Castillo, maybe noticing something. Castillo. Looking back, the kick, the pitch. Low for a ball, 3-1. Castillo. The kick, the pitch. Called strike at the top of the zone, full count. Castillo steps off. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Inside ball 4, bases are loaded again for Brandon Lacher. 2 for 2 today. Couple singles, and that's going to bring Coach Bargander out. See if this is a pitching change or not. I don't think it would be at this point. 80 pitches thrown by J.V. Castillo. Be interesting to see. Oh, actually, no, they are going to hand the ball off. Tanner Harabi is going to take over on the mound. Assuming that's going to be a straight swap, we are going to get a pitching change here. We'll be back right after this right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
Tanner Harabi takes over on the mound. JV Castillo heads to short, just a straight swap. Tanner Harabi will face Brandon Lacher. Couple singles for him. He's 2 for 2, as that one's going to be low for a ball, 1-0. 4-2 ball game, 2 across already in the inning for the Whittlesey Reds. They have the bases loaded. Harabi, the wind, the pitch. Drops that one in for a strike, 1-1. Harabi, the kick, the pitch. That's going to be sliced. Down the line, catch is made, and that'll end the inning. But the Whittlesey Reds get 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Morrow, Carba, Harabi, 8-9-1. Due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Clinner Insurance of Northern Wisconsin is your qualified, experienced team for custom insurance packages for your vehicle, your home, and your family. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your family is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
(4-2) Abbey as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Aaron Morrow, Karsten Carbaugh, Tanner Harabi due up here for the Merchants as they lead 4-2. 3-0 now Milwaukee. Sal Freelick singles to right, driving in Reese Hoskins. I mean, that's a game the Brewers should win. It's against the Colorado Rockies, who were at one point the wind, the pitch, high and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. On pace for the worst record in the modern era of Major League Baseball. They have clawed back a bit from that since. The wind, the pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. Right field, playable. Spike Alexander in to make the catch, first out of the inning. And that'll bring Carson Carbaugh to the plate. Single and a ground out. He is 1 for 2. Carson Carbaugh, we will see him in not that long, about 2 weeks. The pitch, high for a ball, 1-0. As he will be at he is also playing for the Medford Post 147 Legion team. That one misses low for a ball. In fact, the shortstop for Medford. That's across for a strike. And then for Abbotsford, it is 3 guys from that as that catches the zone for a strike, 2-2. Tanner Harabi, JV Castillo, and Peyton Schreiber all playing on that team. And Carson Carbaugh, the pitch, tipped into the glove. Strike 3, 2 down. And that'll bring us back top of the order in Tanner Harabi, 0 for 2 with a walk. Looking around. Logan Baumgartner ready. Into his wind, the pitch. Just a little bit high and tight for a ball, 1-0. That's 33 pitches already thrown by Logan Baumgartner here in an inning and 2/3. The wind, the pitch. Right into the zone for a strike, 1-1. always fun when you get to be behind the plate and you get to watch the ball move out of Logan Bumgarner's hand, as that is going to miss just a little bit low and off the outside. 2-1. Everything's got everything's got movement. The fastball, tails, curveball, everything. The pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Back, settling under it is Mueller. He will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Tanner Harabi gave it a ride, but it stays in the ballpark. We go to the top of the 6th. Haynes, Schmidt, Mueller due up for Whittlesey when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Top of the 6th, Haynes, Schmidt, Mueller due up here for the Whittlesey Reds. They trail 4-2. Facing new pitcher, or not a new pitcher, but Tanner Harabi. That's going to be chopped foul. We can give you the lines on both starters as we are into the bullpens. For Abbotsford, JV Castillo goes 4 2/3, gives up 2 runs. They were both earned. 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts as that misses the outside corner for a ball. And on the other side, Chandler Schmidt, he goes 3, gives up 3 runs. They were all earned. 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout as that misses the outside corner for a ball. 2-0. Or 2-1, excuse me. The wind by Harabi in the pitch. That's going to be driven. Left field, playable. The catch is made out there by Carson Carbaugh. Never get a good view of left field here with the beams. As Chandler Schmidt will come to the plate, a ground out and a strikeout. He is 0 for 2. The wind, the pitch. Catches the low outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The pitch, high for a ball, 1-1. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. That's going to get through a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And Brent Mueller, ground out in a single. He is 1 for 2. Sets the pitch, drops in for a strike, 0-1. A little bit of buzz around the ballpark here as things getting a little tight. That one's going to be rocketed through the infield, a base hit. Schmidt will hold at second. Back-to-back singles, tying run on base. And that'll bring Cody Lacher a fly out and a single. He's 1 for 2. And we're going to get a runner here. That will be number 16, Ryder Krishneski.
Ryder Krishneski, your runner.
So Krishneski will be running out at second. The to be sophomore, or excuse me, to be junior, kind of mixed up with his brother Reston. They kick the pitch. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. They're going to go second one. Relay is late. Krishneski will end up at third. Fielder's choice goes 6-4. 2 down. For Parker Listener, ground out, fly out, walk. He is 0 for 2. The pitch stays up high for a ball, 1-0. The pitch low for a ball, 2-0. The pitch low, 3-0. Darren Leonard waiting on deck. The pitch misses the inside corner. That's a 4-pitch walk. So another walk for Parker Listener, and that'll bring Darren Leonard to the plate. Struck out swinging his last time up. He's 0 for 3. Robbie into his wind. The pitch in the dirt, gets past. Krishneski can't come to the plate. The throw back is not in time. All that for a ball. And the scorebook. Harabi into his wind. The pitch off the outside, 2-0. Harabi, the kick, the pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Settling under it. The catch is made, and that'll end the inning. Whittlesey loads the bases again. They can't push a run across. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Castillo, Lopez, Schreiber, 2-3-4 due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Abbotsford. JV Castillo will come to the plate. 0 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice and reached on an error. They kick the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and out of play. Strike 1. Wind coming back. Drops that one on the inside corner, 0-2. The kick, the pitch. Just missing that inside corner, 1-2. Bumgardner, the wind, the pitch. Little rolls over that one. Pick by Listener. Throw to first is in time. One away. And that'll bring Mateo Lopez. Fielder's choice, a single, and then reached on a perfect bunt up the third baseline. Chandler Schmidt does check back in at third. The wind, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. The kick, the pitch. Off the inside again, 2-0. The wind, the pitch. Popped up on the infield. That is going to come off of the roof of our building. 2-1. You don't get too many that make the roof here. The backstop's high enough that it's got to go up over the top and back down. But that one does. The wind by Bumgardner in the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul, 2-2. Bumgardner, the kick, the pitch. That one's going to be muscled off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play coming in. That's going to drop in. Little flare single. Gets a 1-out base runner for Peyton Schreiber. 2 walks and a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 1 officially. Look over at third. The pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Schreiber digs back in. Look at Lopez at first. The pitch. Tipped into the glove, strike 2, 0-2. The look, the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Schreiber is out. Can't go with the first base occupied. The pitch does move the runner to second. That was a nasty curveball that they got Schreiber with. So 2 outs now for Lucas Stanke. 2 for 2. Hit by a pitch and a couple singles. A pitch. And off the outside, ball 1. Sets. The pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. It's 50 pitches for Logan Bumgardner. The pitch. That one's going to be driven back up the middle. That's going to get down a base hit. Lopez is going to turn third. He will come home and score. Big night for Lucas Stanke. 5-2, and that'll bring Blake Bargander to the plate.
Fantastic hit by Lucas brings up Blake Bargander.
Stanke takes his lead off first. Pitches high, gets away, and Stanke can go to second. kick, the pitch. Chopper, foul. 1-1. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. Baumgartner trying to get out of the inning without any further damage. Baumgartner comes set. Long look at second, the pitch. Little roller right back to Baumgartner, comes off the glove. He will throw to first, it's wide. That will allow the run to come home. Oh. That is a single that moves the runner to third. Stonke goes home on the error. So runner at first. It is now 6-2. First pitch off the inside for a ball. 1-0 to Brett Nelson. Baumgartner. The pitch. Popped up. On the infield. Parker Listener calls it off, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But Abby gets the 2 back they gave up. We go to the top of the 7th. The Alexander, Baumgartner, Lacher, 3-4-5, the heart of the Whittlesey order when we come back. Right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
Alexander, Baumgartner, Lacher, 6-2 Abbey as we go to the top of the 7th. Spike Alexander, 1 for 3, singled his last time up. The wind and the pitch. Little cue shot towards the Merchant dugout, strike 1. The wind, the pitch. Drops that breaking ball right on the outside corner, 0-2. Harabi into his wind, the pitch. That's going to be skied. Left center. Playable, the catch is made. First out of the inning. 1 down, and that'll bring Logan Baumgartner to the plate. Hit by a pitch and walk his last 2 times up. He's only 0 for 1 officially. The wind, the pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball, 1-0. Wonder how long Tanner will go, depending if they want him for Sunday. Swing and a miss. 1-1. These two teams face off again. The wind, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 2-1. They have options. You can go with Schreiber, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 3-1. Peyton Schreiber can throw, as we mentioned. The wind, the pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. Center field, long run, still coming in. The catch cannot be made. Bumgardner will reach on the single. Teo Lopez, I don't know if I'd be diving in the kind of swampy outfield we've got here today. That's not going to be comfortable for the next little bit. As Brandon Lacher will come to the plate, 2 for 3 today. Lacher digs in from the right side. Tanner Harabi, first pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2. Robbie will come set. The pitch. Drops that one in, strike 3 looking. 2 down. And Zach Haynes will come to the plate, 0 for 3. 3 flyouts. Robbie, first pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball, 1-0. Tanner Robbie comes set the pitch. That one's going to be driven in the gap. That is going to get down a base hit. Two on with 2 outs for Chandler Schmidt. The kick, the pitch. That's going to be muscled foul. 0-1. Robbie. The kick, the pitch. Drops in for a strike, 0-2. Robbie will come set. The pitch. High for a ball. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Mauro Carba Harabi. 8-9-1 due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Do you know that nearly 3/4 of teens feel uncertain about their personal finances, yet a whopping 73% have expressed a strong desire to learn more? At MMCCU, we're thrilled to announce our new partnership with Greenlight, a financial tool designed for kids and teens. Give your kids the confidence they need for a secure financial future. Enroll them in the Greenlight platform for free today. Enjoy features like parental controls, engaging educational tools, and a safe space for learning about saving, spending, and earning money. Empower your child with financial wisdom. Sign up for a free Greenlight account today.
Six-2 Abbey as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Mauro Carba Harabi due up. as kind of setting a tone here. Whittlesey has just the one loss in league play. That was against Marshfield. So Aaron Morrow 0 for 3 did reach on a fielder's choice. The wind by Bumgarner in the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. That one's going to be fouled off, 1-1. The kick, the pitch. That one's going to be driven back up the middle. Catch is made. Cody Lacher down on a knee for that one. First out of the inning. And that brings Carson Carbaugh to the plate. 1 for 3 today. Bumgarner into his wind, the pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. Bumgarner, the kick, the pitch. Right at the knees, strike 3 looking, 2 down. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Tanner Harabi, 0 for 3 with a walk. Logan Bumgarner, the wind, the pitch. Lays down a bunt, it's foul. They're going to talk about it. Arguing that maybe Harabi was out of the box when he kicked the ball. And he is. So Tanner Harabi was out of the box and he kicked the ball and he's out. And that'll end the inning. And now Ryan Bargander getting into it with Sam Zine. Well, we're going to step aside as Ryan Bargander's still having a feisty discussion with Sam Zire, the home plate umpire. But we'll step aside. We'll be back with the top of the 8th right after this right here on Sports on Focus. First pitch misses the outside corner for a ball to Brent Mueller. That one's going to be driven. Long run by Mateo Lopez. That's going to get down and past. Mueller digging for second. He will be in standing with a double. Big turn, but he will stay put. And that'll bring Cody Lacher to the plate.
Now the plate, number 2, Cody Lacher.
1 for 3. He does have a single today. Also reached on a fielder's choice. The tough part of the batter's box is disappearing. They called Harabi out for being out of the batter's box. The pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-0. Made contact with the ball out of the box. At least that's what the call was. It was tough to tell. 1-1. Looking in, the kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. The pitch. High for a ball. 2-2. It's 43 for Tanner Harabi. Harabi. The kick, the pitch. Little chopper on the ground. Picked by Castillo. Throw across the diamond in time. They get Cody Lacher. One down. Mueller not able to advance, and that'll bring Parker Lister to the plate. 0 for 2. Walked his last 2 times up. Harabi. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Well blocked back there by Bargander. 1-0. That one's going to be fouled. Back of first. Long run. That's going to get behind the light pole. 1-1. Parker's going to take a little wander as everybody resets. Robbie. Time called. Robbie sets. The pitch. That one's going to be skied. Back of second. Heller calls it off. He makes the catch. Second out of the inning. 2 down, and that will bring Darren Leonard to the plate. 0 for 4. 2 flyouts, a ground out, and a strikeout. That's what he's done so far. Sets. The pitch. Misses just a touch low for a ball. 1-0. Looking, a couple looks back. Brent Mueller almost a third of the way to third. 2-0 on Darren Leonard. Robbie. Pickoff play. Throw goes over to Castillo. The pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. That's 50 for Tanner Harabi. Obviously, no formal pitch count rule, but you'd imagine that Tanner, the kick, the pitch. Little chopper, caught him in the foot. 2-2. Harabi. Long look in, doesn't like the first sign. Doesn't like the second. Now he's going to step off and reset. A little before 9 o'clock, Steve Ockenick, Sports on Focus, taking you through the final innings of our first of 3 Dairyland League games this weekend. Weather permitting, the pitch. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. To Castillo, throw across the diamond, gets past! Mueller's going to come to the plate. The throw is late.
Alexander, your batter for the Reds.
So that will now bring Spike Alexander to the plate. 1 for 4. Time called. Alexander's going to step out. Robbie, the kick, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside, 2-0. Robbie, the kick, the pitch. That one's going to be rocketed down the line to third. Stonky pick, throw in time, and that'll end the inning. But the costly error leads to a run. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Castillo, Lopez, Schreiber due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics. (6-3) Abbotsford as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Castillo, Lopez, Schreiber due up. Face Logan Bumgardner. Trying to keep this close, trying to keep this a 3-run game. Give Whittlesey a chance in the 9th. Interesting to see if they stick with Harabi there, or if maybe they try bring in somebody fresh. So JV Castillo 0 for 4, reach on an error and reach on a fielder's choice. The wind by Logan Bumgardner in the pitch. Castillo shows bunt, takes the ball. The line by Bumgardner in the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 2-0. Bumgardner coming back. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Both teams with 10 hits. Both teams are going to look at runners left on base. Cross for a strike, 2-2. Whittlesey's left 12 on base, Abbotsford 10. They've had opportunities to get base runners across. The pitch drops a little bit low, that curveball. Full count. The wind by Bumgardner in the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and out of play. The wind. The pitch. Paints the inside corner. Strike 3 looking First out of the inning.
Now batting for the Merchants, number
And that'll bring Mateo Lopez 3 for 4. Three singles, including that beautiful bunt. The wind, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. The wind by Bumgardner in the pitch. That's going to be skied. Center field, interesting line. It's actually going to be Spike Alexander over for it. 2 down, and that'll bring Peyton Schreiber to the plate. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks, also reached on a fielder's choice. Peyton Schreiber digging in. The wind, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-0. That's 75 thrown by Logan Bumgardner. Bumgardner, the kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Off the inside. 2-1. The kick, the pitch. Low for a ball. 3-1. Bumgardner. The kick, the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Full count. Whittlesey will have 4, 5, 6 in the top of the 9th. Bumgardner, Lacher, Haynes. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the breaking stuff. We go to the top of the 9th. The aforementioned Logan Bumgardner, Braden Lacher, Zach Haynes. Whittlesey needs at least 3 to force the bottom. See if they can do it when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Last chance for the Whittlesey Reds. They will send Bumgardner, Lacher, Haynes to the plate. 6-3 Abbotsford with the lead. This would be a huge win for the Merchants. But they got to do it again on Sunday to really push it home. And the bigger thing this would do, I can tell you who is absolutely cheering for Abbotsford again on Sunday. That'll be the Wisconsin Rapids. The pitch, right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Will be the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks as they will get the kick, the pitch. Off the outside, he did not go, 1-1. Because they will be, well, there'll be 2 games up in the loss column today without knowing some of the results from this week. The pitch. Misses the outside corner, 3-1, barring a Whittlesey comeback here in the 9th. Tanner Harabi, the kick, the pitch. That's going to be chopped hard on the ground. That's going to find its way through a base hit. Logan Bumgardner gets on base, exactly what you needed from him. And that'll bring Brandon Lacher to the plate, 2 for 4. The pitch. That one's going to be sliced into right field. That's going to get down a base hit. Tying run is going to come to the plate. With nobody out, you got options now if you are Whittlesey. Zach Haynes 1 for 4 with a single. That's the pitch. Right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Robbie, the pitch. That one off the end of the bat. That's going to drop in. Second one, relay is late. The throw is not in time. This is Reston. So Reston Krishneski will bat here for Chandler Schmidt. First pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-1. So we get caught up on the graphics here. First and third. The kick, the pitch. Drops in again for a strike, 0-2. Harabi, the pitch. That's going to be sliced foul. Haynes was running on the pitch. Harabi looks back. The pitch. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. They will go second one. Relay is late and wide. That will score a run. Fielder's choice. So 2 outs, 6-4. And Brett Mueller will come to the plate. He doubled his last time up. He is 3 for 4 today. First pitch. Stays up high for a ball, 1-0. Robbie. The pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 2-0. Robbie. The pitch. Drops that one in for a strike, 2-1. Tanner. Pickoff play at first, nothing doing. As a big bug flies in the press box here. Is that one? It's going to be hit on the ground. Toss to second is in time, and that will end the inning. End the inning and end the game. Abbotsford gets a big 6-4 win. They will play Abbotsford. They will play again on Sunday, a game you can watch right where you found us here. Go through the stats here real quick. We will start with the Whittlesey Reds. Parker Listener 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Darren Leonard 0 for 5. Spike Alexander 1 for 5 with a single, 2 RBIs. Logan Bumgarner 2 for 3. 2 singles, a run scored. He also walked and was hit by a pitch. Brandon Lacher 3 for 5 with 3 singles. Zach Haynes 1 for 5 with a single. Chandler Schmidt 1 for 4 with a single. Brent Mueller 3 for 5, 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored. Cody Lacher 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. And Reston Krishneski went 0 for 1 with an RBI. Pitching, Chandler Schmidt goes 3, gives up 3 runs. They were all earned, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Logan Bumgarner goes the final 5, gives up 3 runs, 2 earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. On the other side of the book for the Abbotsford Merchants, Tanner Harabi 0 for 4 with a walk. JV Castillo 0 for 5 with a run scored. Teo Lopez 3 for 5, 3 singles, including that bunt single, 2 runs scored. Peyton Schreiber 0 for 3 with 2 walks and a run scored. Lucas Stanke 3 for 3, 3 singles, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. He had himself quite a game. He was hit by a pitch. Blake Bargander 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an RBI. Brett Nelson 1 for 4 with a single and an RBI. Aaron Morrow went 0 for 4. Carson Carball 1 for 4 with a single. Pitching, JV Castillo goes 4 2/3, gives up 2 runs. They were both earned. 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Tanner Harabi goes the final 4 1/3, 2 runs, 1 earned. 7 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. That'll wrap things up for us here tonight. We are back on the air tomorrow with Dairyland small baseball, as it'll be the Tony Hayes Shakers making the trip to Westboro to take on the Trojans. That is a 1:30 start from Trojan Field there in Westboro. And then we are back with these two teams on Sunday. Abbotsford makes the trip up Highway 13 to Whittlesey to take on the Reds. Game 2 of this little home and home this weekend. That is a 1:30 start. Make sure to check that one out. Want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight. I'm Steve Ockenick, Sports on Focus. Enjoy the rest